We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here above the 485 area after breaking through key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 1:15 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular, beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot at 9:50 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 400% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support and doing a full transition here from red bars to bright green and back down to white with red borders. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are at the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bear indicator, canceling out that bull indicator from yesterday at the 483.95 area. I would just round it up to 484. It is fighting to stay above it still in this staircase effect, but a bear indicator has popped up here and a full transition down to the downside and white with red borders on 42 vision has happened, right? And this bear indicator popped up at the 487.90 area, and it is something to not ignore here that we have hit new all-time highs and a new 52-week high at these levels. So such a pullback is to not be surprised or be rare. It actually tends to happen every time a new high is hit, right? Every time it's hit new highs up here, a 484, 485, it's rejected, and you could see it there. But today's was the sharpest drop, and a bear indicator popped up with strength, and we saw a full transition so far on the 30-minute, right? The SPY is up here near all-time highs and 52-week highs. Definitely something to not overlook. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, it is the first bear indicator that pops up since the bull indicator down here at 472, and it lasted all the way up to the highs here recently of 488. Now, we did get one red bar here on Tuesday yesterday, but no bear indicator in the process. Things quickly came back up to full strength there on 42 vision of bright green bars, but now we've hit multiple red bars and a bear indicator popping up here at 487.39, and this is going to have to get canceled to justify any move to the upside as the SPY tries to come back up if it retests key resistance levels. But if it starts to test key support levels, well, in the bigger picture, this bear indicator is now dominating and canceling out this bull indicator from down here at the 472 area. Now, we do have some key levels to watch and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and we're going to pull that up in just a moment. Now, when we go ahead and zoom into the 15-minute, we could see here the volatility of the day, full transition to the downside as well, fighting to stay above 45 here in the after hours, and a bear indicator dominating over the chart since the 47.83 area to be exact. Now we're going to take a look at the inflow versus outflows and what key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition on 42 vision, and this is something that is going to be crucial if it can hold the support here of 484.50 of this white with red borders, because if it does, it completed a transition to the downside on the 30-minute, and it could start to try to bring itself back up from red bars to dark green, bright green, and retest these highs and possibly hit even newer highs. But there is one thing that needs to follow, and it's these inflows, guys. They need to cross over. They have switched from red to green, and I'll be watching that closely here on the 30-minute so far, but they're still negative 2.36, and outflows are dominating. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, these outflows are sharply dropping here, and you can see once it crossed over into the after hours, it did a sharp drop from 486 down to 484.50. It is fighting to hold that support. It was a previous resistance here throughout the week, right? Yesterday and Monday, and it is something that is going to play a huge role going into tomorrow. Will it break through it and lose this support and retest lower levels, or will it hold it and try to fight itself back up to the recent highs, right? But these inflows need to pick up as well. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, the outflows have dominated since the second half of the day, and you could see it there when that crossover happened. It slightly tried coming back up. It was very weak, brought itself back down, but these inflows are picking up fast, and they're really close to the midpoint. I'll be watching this very carefully here going into tomorrow, and here it is in the after hours showing us in live action how it's trying to push up above 485.34 now and above the recent high up here of 45.42. Now, when we go ahead and look at this chart, the key levels I would watch, the first thing is support, guys. And if these outflows continue below the midpoint on the 15-minute and on the 30-minute pulling downwards, switching from green to red, the first support I'll be watching is that 484.50 area. Then below that comes 483 in that tight range. And then I'll be watching the 480 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to continue here on the 15-minute, cross that midpoint, reflect that strength into these charts, continue the transitions up from red to dark green and bright green, and then go ahead and roll that over into the 30-minute as well, pulling up these inflows towards the midpoint. And the first resistance is 47, and then above that, 48.50, and then I'll be watching the 490 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them, especially within the volatility of the 15-minute. It is getting really close to the midpoint, and I'll be watching that closely going into tomorrow. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.